Hello, welcome. I'm here to let you know about an exciting opportunity. Many of you weren't aware that we conduct a live trading room every single day. It's open from 9 a.m. all the way around the clock from Monday morning till Friday afternoon. First off, I give a preliminary daily review of the market starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stay with you in the room till 12 p.m. We give alerts to trade signals, setups with specific entries, loss, as well as profit targets based on a trading system. We give specific setups on stocks and option trades. So we are a very diverse universe of a trading room, which is very unique. Stocks, futures, and of course some of the foreign currencies. Now, we day trade in 5 markets: the E-mini S&Ps, the euro currency, crude oil, gold, and treasury bonds. There's a lot of correlation, inverse as well as tandem between those markets, and a lot of times we get dynamic trade signals from each one of those markets. In addition, we have stock and option positions that we go through. Here's a few examples of our latest trade ideas and how you can find this information and look to join on our website by clicking on our tabs. I hope you enjoy.
All right, so in our live trading room, we typically look at several markets consistently every day, and I'll walk you through what they are. First off, we have the E-mini S&P up here, and this would be a 5-minute, this would be a 15-minute, and this is a 60-minute. Then we have the NASDAQ, same thing, 5, 15, 60, and then over here, this little chart, we cut it in half. That's the NASDAQ futures, this is the NASDAQ 100 ETF. Then we have the Russell, same thing, 5, 15, and 60. So we have the ES, we have the NASDAQ, NQ, we have, of course, the TF, the Russell, and occasionally this chart right here, this is actually the YM. So we take a look at the equity markets as a whole between 5-minute, 15-minute, 60-minute. What we're typically looking for is continuity between those buy signals, which, by the way, those little buy signals are the PPS indicators. We also, on this alert box here, which is really special because this is also an added value to the trading room, we have all different signals, whether they're high close doji, low close doji, different time frames for the different various commodities, as well as stocks. So it gives a listing when the signal's alerted, and our clients get to look at that as we're trading. So if someone has an interest in Facebook and we posted it into the trading room, that's part of what we look at. Typically, these are the main equities that we follow, and of course then we look at crude oil, we look at bonds, we have gold, and then of course the euro currency. So we're looking at trades in those markets from a day trade perspective. As far as options and stocks, well, here's a little sampling of what we're looking at as far as the markets. On May 3rd, when we were looking before earnings coming out, and this is what this talks about, a lot of negativity going into Facebook, and we noticed that there was some larger option volume, and it seemed to me that there was maybe some pessimistic bets being placed for a black swan sell in May June trade relative to the current. And in fact, now please excuse the typos, but when we're in a live trading room, there are typos, right? So Tesla earnings, we were talking about, I felt that Tesla earnings would disappoint more, there's an R missing, so it's not Mo, than Facebook. Odds favor a move back to 280, 285 before another run to 3.25 was our exact comments on Tesla. What we did is at that point in time to start to look at a Tesla trade was just like we did with an Amazon trade in the room. So in fact, we just did exactly that. Talk about the fact that implied volatility was cheap relative to historic from percent term. Options are expensive because, let's face it, Tesla is a $300 stock. So a $300 stock, option valuations are going to be more expensive, but you could get a small move, let's say a 3% move on a $300 stock is what? $9. So naturally your price is going to be expensive. But what we did was what we call, and there's several different ways to reference it. Unbalanced meaning not by size, but the distance on, and this was 300, another little important typo there. Everyone knew this in the room. We were looking at buying a put fly, an unbalanced put fly, 300 to 290, which the strikes there is a $10 difference, and then 290 to 285 is a $5 difference. And that gives us a different look-see in the analytics of a profit potential. If in fact the market really exceeded beyond 285, we would still profit from the trade. And we were looking at the May 19th expiration rather than the May 5th weeklies for a total of $1.70. The orders were filled, and that trade actually worked out extremely well. Let's take a look. All right, so a live kind of look at this was before earnings. Again, this would have been at around 1:30 when we were having that discussion in the trading room before earnings report came out. And of course, the strategy was 300, 290, 285, and of course the market opens, trades down near pivot support. Our target area we were looking for a little bit lower, but it was really just a textbook type of trade that gave us a chance to get directional, as well as not use as much money in a directional trade due to high IV, implied volatility. So what you see other comments such as we need a particular bar to close greater than 82.75, and as you can see, my method of taking 5-minute buys on PPS when the 15 in a buy mode, these are the types of trades that's been providing profitable trades during the course of the trading session that we were looking at for that day. Also behind the scenes, we're using this system and methodology. This is an automated trade system based on my algorithmic criterias. And typically what we do is we give out trades when they're generated by the system, and it gives us our risk as well as our profit target. And then when we have buy signals, so that's short actual trades, short positions looking for profit targets, and stop loss, there's our risk reward parameters. Then we get as well long entries with our profit objective as well as our stop loss. So we give these types of trades out in the room as far as not just the entry, but trades we're doing in other markets other than just stocks, equities, and options. For those that trade Forex, you may find value when we give out trades in the euro currency. While this is a euro currency future, they trade very similar hand in hand. And of course, when we get buy setups, long contracts, and we get our profit target, sometimes we have to get right back into the same trade twice because just that's the algorithmic system. And then we get our profit targets, and then all of a sudden it does get a little dicey about getting long on breakouts as well, but it has a defined risk mechanism behind it with the last conditional change concept, which is what we were referencing. So this is kind of a nice system that obviously we share with our trading community that's based on, of course, algorithmic proprietary indicators as well as the methodology that we've been teaching. So I hope you had a better idea of exactly how our trading community and the live trade room works. Once again, if you want more information, just go right up here to where it says products, click on live trading forum, and sign up. It's only $150 a month. We look forward to seeing you in the live trading room. I know you're going to enjoy it, so we welcome you. Thank you.